welcome back. It's been a little while since I posted. We've been on holiday or vacation. So I'm back at it now and looking forward to delivering some messages to you. So today's reading is a pick a card reading. We're using cards and crystals, so you can decide when I show them to you which pile you are most drawn to based on the card, the crystal, or both. As always, if you're very drawn to more than one pile, that's okay too. There can be messages in multiple piles for you. So let's have a look at the first card. So this is as above, so below, heaven and earth. The beautiful, I think it's a cherry blossom. And this is your crystal. This is pile number 1. Pile number 2, pink, self-love and nurture. And this is your crystal. And pile number 3, dimensional gateway, an invitation. And this is your crystal. So take a moment now to tune into which pile or piles you feel the most drawn to. Whatever catches your attention. It can be the colors, it can be the feeling you got when I read the card or showed the crystal, or whatever way it comes to you. Take your time, pause the video if you need to, and pick which pile it is or piles you'd like to hear messages from today. This is a collective reading. So the nature of a collective reading is sometimes not every single little thing resonates, but usually the pile you're drawn to will have some pretty strong messages for you in them. Hi, pile number 1. You picked the As Above, So Below, Heaven and Earth card with our beautiful crystal attached to it. Gorgeous shades of pink. So let's see what information or what messages it is that you need to hear today. So I'm going to start with our tea leaves. That's our tea leaf deck by Ray Hepburn. I'm really drawn to this little purple one in here for you. And this little one wants to come with top of the deck, and whichever one wants to come from this little cluster here. Okay, I feel like that's enough, so let's pop the tea leaves aside. This is our Radleigh Valentine Angel Wisdom Tarot. So let's see which ones want to hop from here. This is Yasmin Boland's Moonology Manifestation deck. No, doesn't want to come. And this is Angels and Auras Oracle by Radley Valentine and Dougal Frazier. Okay, so let's see what the messages are today. So we'll start with our tea leaves. We have Moon Changes in Your Life. I feel like that's the significator card actually for this reading. Shield, you need to defend yourself. May. And Cat, a two-faced friend. Immediately you're drawn to need to defend yourself. But let's see what the reading holds for us. Wise decision, accurate, brilliant, organized, validated. Sandalphon, Archangel Sandalphon. Forgiveness, seeking freedom, healing. We'll see. The best way is to lay these out. See the humor, levity, perspective, wisdom, and playful. I think you're going to be able to see that if I put it there. So that's better. And Archangel Raziel. So two archangels. Enlightened, adaptable, soulful, connected. All right. Let's see how this all ties together. Go deeper. Ooh. Forgive. So I'm starting to get a really clear picture here of the messages. Reflect on your priorities. Release control. Wow. This is so interesting. Okay, I've pulled a lot of cards here. Hopefully we can fit them all in. Let's see. Financial security for yourself and your family. Interesting, because I was immediately drawn here. You probably can't see, but there's a whole, it kind of reminds me of the Crystal Maze game show. If you were in the UK or Ireland, that was on in the 90s. All these kind of golden tickets falling down with all different words, but I was immediately drawn to abundance when I pulled that card. And that's certainly what this seems to be indicating. There. Conflicts with others caused by opposing opinions. Walk away from drama unless the situation is really worth your time. Stand up for yourself. Very ambitious people. Victory. Oh, interesting. So conflicts, but victory. Wise choices that bring public recognition, success, promotions, rewards, or scholarships. Insights that come from meditation. A windfall of abundance. Great. Fabulous messages. I'm loving this for you. And children or childhood or visit null dreams, plans, embracing your inner child, the return of people or romances from your past. So let's see what I feel drawn to. These are beautiful cards. They tend to hold a lot of messages, so I will see which one I'm drawn to. Let's come back to this one. I think we'll use this one as at the end to see if it gives us more information. So let's have a feel into this. So the first card that we pulled, your moon, your significator card, is about changes in your life. And this is definitely a time of change for you, clearly. I do feel that you are very strongly wanting to move in a new direction. I feel for some of you that's career, and I feel for others it's romance. Remember, this is a collective reading. So whichever one of those resonates with you, there's one of those areas in your life that you're looking to make changes, perhaps even both, but there is definitely one. So you've got to feel into that for yourself and decide which that is for you. You need to defend yourself, and a two-faced friend immediately felt very linked, even though we had May come out in the middle. That may be significant. This is, of course, a timeless reading, so it's relevant whenever you're reading it. You're watching it, you may be watching it in May. I'm filming in early March, so it may be that a couple of months from now, when you're reading this, when you're watching this, I keep saying reading, when you're watching this, or, you know, May time, if you're watching this in March when I've posted it, that becomes significant in these changes of your life, this need to defend yourself and this two-faced friend. I feel like, as it stands right now, you are in the early stages of making these changes. They perhaps may only even still be a thought, but they're there. If not, you've already started to make it. But everything's going to come to a head in May or in a couple of months' time. So this is, 2 to 3 months' time from when you're watching this, or in May. That's what I feel like. Everything's going to come to a head at that time. You have got decisions to make. Number one, I immediately got drawn to go deeper when I was thinking on this. Reflect on your priorities. You've got decisions to make in terms of what it is that you want. You know this. You've been avoiding it, but you know it. And I was just drawn to the release control card, but actually, I don't feel it's necessarily you that needs to release control. I think you need to allow whatever it is that's holding you, either in this career or in this relationship, you need to be released from the control there. I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is somebody else or the situation. You need, and it is in your control in terms of you can just decide when that no longer has control over you. That's a decision that you need to make, but it's for something or someone else to release control over you. And again, forgiveness comes up here twice. So forgive, full moon and Pisces, forgiveness. You're going to need to forgive whoever it is so definitely this relationship, if you're one of the group that this is talking about a relationship for, very quickly you're going to need to forgive your partner. You're going to need to forgive them. That doesn't mean that you stay with them, but you do need to forgive to move on with freedom, and to make yourself feel lighter. Yeah, to make yourself feel lighter, to make yourself feel, again, wise decision. You need to reflect on your priorities. You need to go deeper. You need to release control and make the wise decision in this situation. Wisdom is here as well. Wow, there's so many synchronicities in these cards that have pulled. Wisdom. And I definitely, I feel just very clearly got the message that you already know the answer. The wisdom is already there within you. You have it in you to make the wise decision. I believe you will make the wise decision on whether you stay in this relationship or leave this relationship, and indeed the same with your career. You already have that wisdom inside you. Reflect on your priorities. I really feel like I want to say, yes, the right thing to do is to leave, but actually I may be feeling that for most of the collective, but for individual circumstances, things are different. So that's why you need to go deeper. You need to take the messages in this reading as a prompt, but you do need to go deeper, reflect on your priorities, give yourself permission to allow whatever it is that has control over you, be that the person or the situation, for that control to be gone. You need to forgive others and yourself. So equally, I've just got a really strong feeling. It reminded me of a situation of my own a number of years ago. It immediately sprung to mind. So there's a message there for you. you need to forgive. If this is a career decision that needs to be made, you got to forgive the people who you feel like have done wrong by you, and haven't treated you properly. If this is resonating with you on a career level, a two-faced friend, I definitely feel like there is somebody related to career or what it is you do who is being less than honest with you. It's not because they are a bad person or that they hold any animosity towards you. I just feel like they are ambitious and or greedy, or both. And what they are doing that isn't in your greatest good is because they want to get ahead and achieve things themselves. I think you really must try not to take it personally, and you've got to forgive that person. When you do decide to move on, or if you do decide to move on, you've got to forgive that person. I feel like for all of you, be it relationships or be it career, whatever decision you make is going to bring in greater. I forgot about this card, actually. Sorry. It's insights that come from meditation. So again, they go deeper, they're reflecting on your priorities. There's some really clear messages here for you. Really clear messages here for you. Again, I've just talked about this two-faced friend and this need to protect yourself in terms of career. In terms of those of you who are thinking about relationship, I do think there's someone in your life who's maybe playing both you and your partner, is kind of listening to both of you and telling you both what you want to hear. I don't think there's any real danger from it, but I think you need to go deeper, reflect, and exercise caution in who it is you share your plans with, on where your head is at and what your next move is going to be. Because if this is a relationship that you decide to either change or bring to an end, I definitely feel like holding your cards a little close to your chest, where some individuals are concerned, is the way to go. So that's how these, for me, apply to both relationship and career, whichever one that is for you, or indeed both. But I do feel like so here we go, conflicts caused by others because of opposing opinions. I mean, it's all very clear. We've got this two-faced friend. I think there will be a period of, whether it's career or relationship, there's going to be a little bit of a period coming up of, I say conflict. Yes, for some it'll be conflict. For others, it will just be kind of a stormy season within. Whilst you work through what it is you want, again, reflect on your priorities, come to your decisions, and then go about how it is you're going to execute those. I feel like in both scenarios, whether it be career or be your relationship, that finances are a concern. That's something that worries you, and it may be something that holds you back from making the decision that actually you really think is right for you, but you're concerned about finances. I would, based on these cards, lean towards not being overly concerned with that. We have financial security here. We have a windfall of abundance there. Victory. I think the decision that you make, if you do all these things, if you go deeper, if you allow the control of a person or a situation, give yourself permission to be released from that control, forgive, set out, once you make your decision, set out to forgive those that you may feel have done you wrong, and forgive yourself for whatever part you've played in this situation. So have you stayed too long? Maybe not. But forgive yourself for whatever it is you think you've done. Even if I've behaved horribly here, and part of the reason why this relationship or this situation isn't working out well is because I did X, Y, and Z. You got to forgive yourself too, and you got to just let it go. It's so important to allow everything else to flow towards you. But whatever decision it is you make, I definitely feel like it is going to be the right decision. If you follow all these prompts to go deeper, to release control, so make your decision for the right reason. Again, there's this person who's meddling somewhat or slightly. Just be aware of that. It's something to bear in mind. I believe you. I'm saying this and I know you know who it is. I know you've had maybe your suspicions for a while that somebody is saying, you know, one thing to your face and one thing to other people. Again, I think that's about what they want. You know, if it's between you and your partner, they just want to stay everybody's friend and actually kind of enjoy the drama of being caught up in the middle. And if it's a career thing, it's all about just what they want to achieve in their career, and they're quite happy for you to be collateral damage in that. I say quite happy, that makes it sound vindictive. I don't think it's vindictive. I think they're not considering how you will be collateral damage in that, or they kind of know, but they're not overly concerned about it. But look, when you make your decision, when you follow these prompts, it's going to be the right decision for you. It's going to lead to financial security. And actually, I think more than security, I think you will end up much better off financially once you make these changes. I keep looking to this childhood or children, revisiting old dreams, plans, embracing your inner child, return to people or romances from your past. Let's pull this last one. The Lovers. Okay. Make choices from the heart. So this for me, in both scenarios, in terms of a relationship or in terms of your career, the next move that you make, I think you need to reflect back on wishes or dreams that you had in your past in terms of what it is you want in a relationship or what it is you wanted from your career. I think your experiences as an adult have muddied the waters. So I feel like you just need to take a step back. Part of this going deeper probably, and this insights that come from meditation and this reflection that you're going to do. I think take it back a couple of notches. We all move forward. So very few of us do what we said we wanted to do when we were a child. But I do think there's some fundamental elements of what you wanted from a relationship or what you wanted from a career, not necessarily the same career, but what you wanted. So when you were younger and you thought about yourself in your relationship or in your career, how did you feel? So forget what you were actually doing or who you were in the relationship with. What did you feel when you thought about what that was going to be for you, you know, your final destination in terms of career or your relationship? Not that necessarily the next step is, but so feel into that a little bit and set that as your standard or something to strive for as you make these decisions and move forward. I think for some of you, you will definitely, some of you, not all of you, it's just terms of, for many of you, it's just elements of what it is you wanted. But for some of you, it will be a return to something familiar, and that will be the right move for some of you. So a previous relationship or a previous career path, that don't be afraid to take that step back if it feels like the right thing to do. A step back, I say a step back, is only a step back if it's not in our eye as good. Returning to something previous, it can be as much as a step forward once we've, you know, tested the waters, done other things, had other relationships, had other experiences, and actually your heart still feels called to a previous situation or relationship. Allow that to be for you. Again, it's all part of this going deeper and reflecting on your priorities. Perspective and wisdom, playful. Yeah, look, the answers are always within yourself. Readings like this can help just to jog or promote an inner conversation with yourself. But the answers are always within you. So, pile number 1, that has been your reading. So some big changes in your life coming forward. 2 or 3 months time feels significant. That maybe when everything comes to a head. You got to reflect, you got to go inwards, you got to forgive all involved in the situation and make a wise decision for you moving forward in terms of love or career. If there's another aspect of your life that this is really resonating, of course, you go with your instinct, you go with your intuition on this. I'm doing a collective reading, so it's a little broad sometimes, but if this is really resonating in an area of your life that I haven't mentioned, that's okay. The message is here for you, and it's here for you to interpret. Thank you. Please pop over to my website. The link will be in the description. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me through my website and I can let you know times that are available. Thank you so much. Please do like, subscribe, share. It really, really helps. A comment really, really helps if this resonated with you. But thank you. Thank you for listening. I hope it was beneficial. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the pink card with self-love and nurture and this beautiful pinky reddy garnet. So let's have a look and see what the cards hold for you. So we'll start with our Tea Leaves by Ray Hepburn. Ooh, no, you don't want to come. Let's see. This one, okay? Oh, they're so tricky. And we will pull some tarot cards from the Angel Wisdom Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. Oh gosh, well, you do want to come. Okay, 2 there. And the Moonology Manifestation deck by Yasmin Boland. I was trying to separate them, thinking I would only take one, but they would not come apart. So clearly there's something there for you. Okay. And then Angel and Nora's Oracle by Radleigh Valentine and Dougal Fraser. Let's see what the messages are here for pile number 2. Is there another one? Nope. Hello. There's another 2. Okay. All right. Let's see what your cards hold. August. Box, you will receive a gift. Oh, there was 5 here. I thought there was only 4. Tiger, doing something really risky. Taking a chance. Feels like a significator card. Tree, affairs with your family. Can I squeeze all these in now? So we don't need to see the bottom of August because there's no writing on it. And cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Nice. Okay, beautiful. There are tea leaves. So let's have a look at what the other cards hold. Your desires are within reach. Peace. Connected journey. Balanced clearing. A shower of prosperity. Nice. Always nice to get a card with that type of message. And evolution. Doing something risky, taking a chance on evolution. Interesting. Empowerment, transformations. Protected again. Here you're protected from positive forces. Preparedness. Okay. Release control. Ooh, that came up in the last reading. These two they just want to be together. They're obviously important. Be proud of yourself. Breathe through the tension. Okay. Brilliant ideas. The illusion of entrapment. Lots of greens and turquoises here in the middle of this reading. Here's more insights that come from meditation. Again, this came up in the last reading. Scholarly, cheerful, dependable. Sensitive, open-hearted, inexperienced, moody. The need to move on. and conflicts with others caused by opposing opinions. Actually, there's quite a few cards here that came up in the last reading. So if you were drawn to that, maybe have a listen to that one too. Okay, let's see how all this fits together. It feels similar. The last reading was all about some making changes. This is doing something risky, taking a chance, is the Significator card, but self-love and nurture. So I'm feeling really strongly like, I think you are a sensitive individual. I've got that feeling from a couple of the cards here. And I feel like you have a tendency to be hard on yourself, to be a little bit down on yourself, and to feel like you aren't good enough. And I'm hearing really clearly in my ears, imposter syndrome. I feel like I know a lot of people get that, but I think you're really, really prone to imposter syndrome. So these feelings of not being worthy, not being good enough, and this illusion of entrapment that comes along with that. I think I feel really strongly that you need to spend a little bit of time working on yourself and your feelings of self-worthiness and self-love. Oh, self-love and nurture was the card that you picked. I'm feeling really strongly. I feel like you are a brilliant individual, actually. Intelligent, sensitive, a real empath. And I think you have amazing manifesting powers inside yourself. I know everybody does, but everybody can manifest, but I feel like there's blocks to you doing exactly what it is you want to do with your life because of this imposter syndrome, this feeling of being trapped. You need to allow that again. So interestingly, the release control, they came up in the last reading, and it feels very similar in this reading. It's not you releasing control of something, it's you giving permission for thought patterns to release control over you. These feelings of not being worthy, not being good enough, this not enough self-love and self-nurturing. And I was immediately drawn then to the affairs with your family, and I think some of those thought processes have come from the family unit. These feelings of not being good enough, of being afraid to take risks, because who are you to take a risk? Why do you think it'll work out for you? I feel like this is a massive blocker to you really taking off and achieving and doing what it is you want to do. But I feel like you are absolutely ready to do that. I think you're at the stage in your life where you're beginning almost to start to feel that I am too old for this shit. Excuse my language. I'm too old for this shit. I'm too old to be feeling a certain way because somebody else said so. There's absolute brilliance within you. I actually feel like you have a beautiful energy. Look, we're all souls and all souls are beautiful, but you've got a beautiful human energy. You know, you as a human being, you as a person, are really beautiful inside and out and really powerful. And I think you need to give yourself permission to let go of these thoughts that were kind of embedded. So protected from negative forces beyond your control. So you're protected. You are protected in that. Cobweb. So I've just seen the cobweb, like, you know, how sticky cobweb can be. So you just need to, you know, brush off all those thoughts. Easier said than done. Lord, do I know that. but I do feel like that's really what's pivotal for you at this moment in time. This feeling of evolution, this, you know, breathe through the tension. Okay, so for you, it's so interesting because I did a personal reading for somebody yesterday and this came up there. I think for you, some mirror work will be really beneficial. Just looking into the mirror, looking into your own eyes, breathing, and see what comes up. Sometimes when you do that, tears will just begin to flow and there'll be this huge emotional release. Sometimes when you do that, you will have hits of brilliance, you know, hits of intuition. You'll get some real guidance in what to do next. I do feel like you're feeling a little bit stagnated in your life and you want to make changes. You want to do something different. You want to do something risky. You want to take a chance. And that's what's holding you back. This belief in self. This reluctance to allow your own intuition to guide you. You need to be really, this card, I think you can see the bottom of it, be proud of yourself. There is all the reasons in the world for you to be proud of yourself. Again, I've already said, I can feel the energy of this group, I can feel the energy of the people within this group, and it's a beautiful, beautiful energy, and you're intelligent and you're so powerful, and you need to just let go of the limiting beliefs. I'm drawn now to the you will receive a gift card. That gift is coming from you, because when you do this, when you release this, here's now I'm being drawn back to these initial cards, because this is, yeah, you need to move on. Seeking, I didn't even read this yet, seeking more from life than what you're currently experiencing, a spiritual quest. That's what's happening for you now, okay? That's where you need to move to. That's all part of what I've just been talking about, okay? And it will lead you, your desires are within reach. So this will all lead to a period of evolution for you. Your desires are within reach. This will bring you, I think, the life of your dreams. I think that's all that's holding you back from the life of your dreams, is these limiting thoughts that you just haven't been able to let go of. And now is the time to do that work. Now is the time to let go. For all of you, you know, these thought patterns that were put down, we're not vindictive. We're not, you know, we're not any kind of abuse or anything like that. For a lot of you, I think it came from limiting beliefs of the family that you came from. And that's something that was instilled in them. A generational thing of limiting beliefs, of not being good enough, of, you know, well, who am I to achieve X, Y, or Z? You're going to break this chain. You're going to break this chain for your family and the generations that come after you. And you're going to do it by doing this inner work, by doing this mirror work, by facing up to it. You got to face up to it. It's a complete illusion of entrapment. It is not real. And once you push through this, and this, I'm just seeing this almost like in Cinderella, you know, when this the fairy godmother does her work and suddenly Cinderella's completely different and she's the princess in the carriage and all that. That's what I'm feeling like. This bit of work, tough work, never easy work to do, self-work, never easy to sit with yourself, never easy to do that mirror work, go within. It's always challenging, but man, for you, is it going to be worth it? Look at this shower of prosperity, this peace, your desires been within reach. That's the gift you're going to give to yourself by setting out and doing this work. This conflict with others card over here, this just feels to me, it doesn't feel overly significant, but when you do start to make these changes and your vibration starts to shift, and this has come up in other readings for me, for people, that those around you, unbeknownst to themselves, sense this change, and they can be a little bit reluctant to accept it, completely subconsciously a lot of the time. That's just something to be aware of. It may cause a little bit of conflict, some tumultuous times in certain relationships within your life, but push on, because what lies ahead for you once you do this work is just, this is all kind of, if you look at this, is all kind of murkier colors, heavier colors, darker colors. The evolution is where suddenly it becomes light and all these multicolors, bright, vibrant colors come into play, and that's what lies ahead for you. So take the step now, set the intention with yourself, because of absolute love for yourself and nurture of yourself, that you're going to set about this work. You're going to do this work. Louise Hay actually has some really interesting thoughts on all of this. So, you know, You Can Heal Your Life might be, I very rarely recommend books or anything like that, but You Can Heal Your Life might be a good place for you to start. I do believe she talks about the mirror work in that book. So that feels like a significant read for some of you. Yeah, this has been your reading. I hope it resonated. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can go to my website through the link, and you'll be able to email me through there to inquire about availability and times available. So please feel free to do that. If you enjoyed the reading, please give me a like, a subscribe, thumbs up, or even a comment. It really, really helps small channels. So I would really appreciate that. Thank you for listening. I hope something resonated. Good luck to you. I do feel like amazing things are ahead for you. Get this little bit of inner work out of the way and your desires are within reach. Peace, prosperity, it's all there. It's all there. It's all yours for the taking. Just do this little bit of hard work to get you going. Thanks so much for your time. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You picked this beautiful Dimensional Gateway, an invitation card, and this gorgeous orange calcite as your crystal. So something drew you. So let's see what the cards have in store for you. We're going to start with our Tea Leaves by Ray Hepburn. I'm drawn to these 2 actually. Oh, 3 came. Is there another one? That one moved. I'm going to take that. Interesting, they're all clumped together. Okay, now let's scoop the tea leaves back up. These are a tricky little deck to lift. Okay, we're going to pull some tarot from the Angel Wisdom Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. Let's see what comes out. Oh, hello. Okay, and I'm really drawn to that one. So let's see what they hold. I think that's enough of them for now. We may pull a couple more just for clarity. Let's see how we go. This is the Moonology Manifestation deck by Yasmin Boland. Oh gosh, I'm really drawn to those. And lastly, but far from least, Angels and Auras Oracle by Radleigh Valentine and Dougal Fraser. What this holds. I was going to say, I feel like there's one more to come. And out it came just as I went to say it. All right, so let's see what your cards hold. Okay, Tea Leaves. So we have Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. So interesting. Well, I've only pulled one card so far, but the other 2 decks were all about changes. Wealth, and again, abundance. Vase, Secret Admirer, and Family Wishes Come True. Feels like your significator. I'm going to pop that there. All right, let's see what the other cards hold for us. So, this is the one that flew out in the end. Renewed connection. Renewed connections. Reunion, reconciliation, intimacy, forgiveness. Interesting. Your desires are within reach. This came out in the last in pile number 2, as did this one, and I have shuffled. That's Evolution, and this is Everything's Okay. Always nice to hear that everything's okay. Okay. Embrace the flow of life. Feels like it resonates with something else I've read, but I can't. Cool your emotions. Clear your mind. Gosh, there's a lot of these ones. Attend to the details. Assess the situation. And then your tarot. Brilliant, talented, independent, controlling. There's nothing you can't do. Believe in yourself. Lovely. Failing to recognize a magical opportunity, missing the point. Working too hard for too many hours. Need for balance. Did balance come up somewhere else? No. Balance is the next card. I knew balance was going to be somewhere else. I felt like, okay. Balance. A happy marriage. Happily ever after. Emotional. And renewal. Is that going to fit somewhere? Renewal, renewal, renewal. Okay, let's just put that there. Okay. Balance, renewal. Okay, because that's not got a, yeah, that's very good. 10 of Cups. Okay, right. Let's see what this holds. Well, already I've got some feelings just from pulling the cards. Family wishes come true. This feels to me like a career change or a change in something that you do. And it feels immediately to me like it's something that your whole family are wanting. Everybody related to you wants this for you. I feel that really strongly. And I feel like you know that it's time to make that change. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. I feel like it's time to make that change. You know it's time to make that change, but you are really resisting it. And I think you are, I feel that you are resisting it out of fear and uncertainty. That everything will be okay. And right over here in your significant cards is that financially everything's going to be okay when you make this decision. Financially everything is going to be fine. The secret admirer, the vase here, feels to me like actually what you haven't realized is that there are other employers who want you, or another employer, or somebody, be it a business partner, whatever it is, somebody has been, not in a romantic way. I don't feel like the secret admirer is. For the first group anyway. And no, this definitely feels like career rather than romance. And now I'm questioning. I'm hearing in my ear for some people this is romance, which is really interesting because the first reading was either career or romance, career or romance. So if this resonates with you more from a romantic perspective, then by all means, again, family wishes come true. If you're thinking about making a change in your romantic situation, this is something that the nearest and dearest in your life are wanting for you. Okay, use your intuition to make the beneficial changes. Okay, so like pile number one, this could be career or God, everybody's needing to hear about the career and the romance today. But like pile number one, this is a dual reading, whatever resonates most with you, be it career or be it romance. I feel for a lot of you it's career. I felt that really strongly in the beginning, the career or what it is you spend your time doing. But there is an element, some of you, that this is a romantic change that needs to be made. Okay, so let's feel into some of the other cards and see where we're led. So, working too hard, too many hours, need for balance. Balance is here as well. That is so self-explanatory. If this is a career thing, so self-explanatory. There is too much work, too much hours, and it's not making you feel good. You don't feel good about it. That doesn't mean that you're not earning good money, but you do not feel good. What you're currently doing with your time is not making you feel good. You are drained, you are worn down, and that is going to start to impact your health. That's not a big scary message of foreboding of something terrible coming down the line, but when we're not in a good place emotionally, and you spend so much time at work that it really does leak into every other part of your life when it's not working for you. And that's where you're at. There is a definite need for a better workload, work-life balance. If this is a relationship for you, then you're putting too much work into this relationship. It should not be this hard. It should not be this hard. It should just flow easier. And that's taken its toll on you. The work, the slog, the work to make this relationship work. Now, I'm a big believer in, putting work into relationships. Every relationship needs work. But I think you need to ask yourself the question, and this goes for you career people too, is it worth this? Is it worth this? Or have I slogged at this for long enough and it's not working, that I need to do something differently? I need to find a better balance. Things should feel more balanced in my life, be that career, be that relationship, and they don't. And I think you're missing. You are missing. This says failing to recognize a magical opportunity, missing the point, distractions, discontent or boredom. I think you're missing other brilliant opportunities because you're spending so much time slogging and working and flogging a dead horse here in terms of this career or this relationship. Somebody else has their eye on you, be it a career perspective or be it from a romantic perspective, and your family are willing and wanting you to make these changes, those that are closest to you. So let's see what else the cards are telling us. Renewal. Self-explanatory. Renewal. There's a change needed to find balance. You need to, let's see what you need to do. Because there was some very clear directions in pile number 2 on what they needed to do. Interesting. So like pile number 2, and to some extent pile number 1, but you've got, you're moving into a new stage of your life. You're ready to evolve. Assess the situation, cool your emotions, clear your mind, look at the details, and then embrace the flow of life. Okay, so yeah, just like the other piles. It's so interesting. The readings are all quite similar today. Yeah, you need to just take some time. I'm surprised the little meditating lady didn't come up, because she came up in the other twos about meditation and insights, getting insights. You need to take some time. Just set aside some time to clear your mind, to forget all the emotional ties to this relationship with this career or whatever it is, right? Just set them aside for now. Set them aside, clear your mind, and think to yourself, if I were out of the blue today, come across this situation for me, would I want to be in it? So think about that relationship, think about that career. If this was brand new today and I'd never been in this situation and I stumble across this situation, would me, from a subjective point of view, want to be in this position? If the answer is no, then there is your answer. That's you assessing the situation, taking the emotions out of it. You're bogged down by the emotions, this heaviness, this working hard, this flogging that you've been doing. It's weighing you down, and it's really, I just felt like there's this big emotion, this ball of emotion sitting within you, and it won't move. Like like when you have a really bad cough and you just can't cough something up, it's just stuck there. That's what this feels like to me. We need to start getting that shifted. So you need to try and look at this from a subjective point of view, okay? Embrace the flow after that. So this is saying to me, everything's okay. Everything's going to be okay, okay? So that's reassurance, that's support, that's guidance. Your guidance is here in the reading. These are what you need to do. Maybe your answer will be, I'm going to stay where I am, okay? Okay. I'm not saying that you definitely have to shift or move or whatever it is, but you do have to approach it differently if you're going to stay where you're at. Okay, you need to find better balance. You need to renew your approach to this relationship or this career. For a lot of you, it's a shift though. For a lot of you, it's a move on. But everything's okay. Everything's going to be okay. You are absolutely supported. Renewed connections. This feels linked to the secret admirer for me, this renewed connection. And there's renewal down here. Interesting. I definitely think that it is somebody from your past who is looking on and wanting you to work with them, wanting to partner with them, wanting to have a career with them, or indeed somebody from your past who, not necessarily that you've been in a relationship with before, but definitely somebody from that you know already who would love to be in a relationship with you if you decide that the current relationship is not the right one for you. Your desires are within reach. So you're moving through this period of evolution. Everything's okay. Everything's going to be okay. But do this little bit of work. Try and be subjective. You're caught. Your mind is muddied because you're caught. Look, brilliant, talented. There's nothing you can't do. There really is nothing you can't do, but you can't see it right now. You cannot see the wood from the trees. You can't see it. A happy marriage, happily ever after, emotional contentment. For those of you where this is a career thing, I think you're actually, you have your happy marriage. You have, maybe not necessarily a marriage, but you are, and again, it might not be romantic, but you feel supported in your personal relationships. You feel supported in the person. This is for the career people. You feel supported in your personal relationships. And that's really important. These are people that you can trust. These are people that have your best interest in heart. These are the very people who are wishing, wishing for a better existence for you, because they can see the toll that this has taken on you. Okay. And for those of you where this is a relationship, is do this inner work, clear your mind, attend the details, assess the situation, cool your emotions, embrace the flow, and you will be led to, whether it's the same relationship or a different one, you will be led to your happily ever after. Nobody has to worry about finances though. Again, that came up in another group. Abundance has come up in all three readings. The readings have been so similar. So if you did feel really drawn to another pile, by all means go ahead and have a listen, because there might just be a slightly different piece of information in there that will help tie all this together for you. But what's really important is that you address this where you are now. There's too hard, too many hours, the need for balance. You definitely need to find the balance. I feel that really, really strongly. It's not working. It is not working. The situation that you're in, be it romantic, be it career, it isn't working for you right now. You either need to, if you're not going to change it, if you're not going to move from it, you need to find a way to make it serve you better. So you do need to do this. Try and be subjective. It's so hard. So maybe, I said about approaching the situation as if you'd never been in it before, and if you looked at it, was it somewhere you would want to be? But maybe perhaps try a different perspective. Think about, somebody who you love most. If they were in this career position or in this relationship, how would you feel? If they were feeling all the things that you feel now, if they were working the way you work now, or if they were putting up with things in a relationship that you are now, would you want that for them? And if the answer is no, then you should not want it for you. So you need to make changes. For some of you, that's a clean break and an absolute move on. And for some of you, maybe it's just making it work differently for you. But if you know deep down and feel into it, you'll feel it, that this isn't the right place for you to be, that this career isn't right and this relationship isn't right, and you do know that it's time to make a break. Do not take me saying, for some of you, you just need to change how it works for you. Do not take that as your sign to stay where you are. Do not. That is for a group of people who inside don't feel like, no, So you already know the answer. Those of you who just need to make the clean break and move, and that's many of you. You know that's the answer. So don't read into something else I've said as an excuse not to take the action that you know you need to take. It's within your reach. The relationship, the life, the career you want, it's all within your reach. Everything's okay. You're going to be fine. It's there. You've got to move through this. You've got to evolve this situation that you're in, either by a complete change or by a different approach. But would you want your loved one, your nearest and dearest, to be in the situation that you're in? If the answer is no, you need to get moving. So, pile number 3, that has been your reading. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. I hope something resonated. If you would like a personal reading with me, then the link to my website is in the description below, and you can click through there and you'll be able to email me through there and ask about available times. Thank you so much. If you liked the video, if something resonated, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. A comment would be fantastic. It really does make a difference to small challenges and to small channels and getting the messages out there. But thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.